I'll start. I'm Trey Knatzer. I am the Associate Director of DMAC, and I'm a graduate student at The Ohio State University.
I'm Andrea Ollinger, and I just finished my first year as an assistant professor at the University of Louisville.
Well, my name is Sharita Roundtree. I am ending the first year of my PhD program at The Ohio State University in the Rhetoric, Composition, and Literacy program.
I am Katie Robish. I am currently a PhD student in Literacy, Rhetoric, and Social Practice at Kent State University.
I'm Andrew Smart. I'm a PhD candidate in the English department at Ohio State University.
I'm Jonathan Alexander. I'm professor of English at the University of California, Irvine.
I'm Melanie Yurgo. I'm an assistant professor at the University of Michigan.
My name is Cynthia Self, and I am a humanities distinguished professor at Ohio State University.
My name is Ligia Mihutz, and I am assistant professor at Berry University in Miami, Florida.
My name is Katie DeLuca. I am in between institutions at the moment. I just recently graduated from Ohio State, and I will be moving on to the University of Massachusetts Dartmouth campus as an assistant professor in the fall.
Well, we're a good pair because I'm at the end of my career.
Yes.
My name is Dickie Self. I currently work at Ohio State. I am the director of the Center for the Study and Teaching of Writing and the coordinator of the Writing Center over there.
In terms of how I identify as a scholar, I do composition studies and disability studies and digital media studies.
And I am Chad Iwerts. I'm also just finishing up my first year at Ohio State University, also in the Rhetoric, Composition, and Literacy program.
I mainly identify as a compositionist, but I do have interest in rhetoric as well as literacy practices.
And my interests are sort of at the intersection of digital media studies, disability studies, and rhetoric and composition.
I identify myself as a transnational scholar, both in terms of my research interests, pedagogy, but also as I think my own personal identity. I'm originally from Romania.
I identify myself with writing studies, compret, and sexuality studies.
And as a scholar, I identify as a computers and composition digital media scholar.
In terms of how I identify as a scholar, I would say I'm a young scholar and a scholar in composition studies, rhetoric, history and theory, and digital media studies.
As a scholar, I suppose I identify myself as someone working at the intersection of literary history, digital humanities, and digital media studies.
I identify as a novice scholar who likes to study workplace contexts.
I'm broadly interested in how people develop specialized writing practices.
Right now, I'm focused primarily on Writing Center scholarship and all of the very interesting and troubling things that go on there.
As far as how I identify, I'm primarily an American literary historian, but I also have interests in popular culture studies, digital media studies, and pedagogy. So I have a fair amount of crossover with rhetoric and composition.